Are they ready yet?
I'm still working on it.
Rice Krispies treats are so easy to make, they take no time at all.
These things take time.
But they taste so good. Your family will think you slaved over them all afternoon.
What's up, everyone? Today we're talking about an all-time favorite, Rice Krispie treats. Who doesn't love a good Rice Krispie treat, right? The problem is it's carbs on carbs on carbs. But I think we can do a lot better by making some smart substitutions with the marshmallows and the cereal that we use. But it all starts with a good base recipe for Rice Krispie treats. I'm Mark. This is Prepared Pantry Presents. Let's get started. Okay, so Rice Krispie treats are an incredibly simple recipe to begin with, right? It's not that complicated. Right off the bat, we've got 6 tablespoons of butter and 16 ounces by weight of marshmallows. Today we're using Keto Marshmallows. I've got these on Amazon. I've got a link down in the description for anyone who's interested. Low-calorie, sugar-free marshmallows. Of course, again, if you were doing this the normal way, regular Rice Krispie treats, you could use 16 ounces of regular marshmallows. For the cereal, we would normally have 7 cups of Rice Krispie treats, which is about 7 ounces or 200 grams, give or take. Fortunately, 1 box of Magic Spoon cereal, which is grain-free, gluten-free, low-carb, high-protein cereal, weighs the same. Now, versus 7 cups of Rice Krispies, we actually end up with 6 cups of the dry cereal. So trying to make substitutions like this, you're dealing with both weights and volume. So this is a more dense product. It weighs a little bit more, so it can take up less space and have that same weight. The other consideration is that the donut shape of these pieces is going to have more surface area probably than the individual puffed rice pieces in the Rice Krispie treats. So there's a little bit of give and take there, right? So I think we will have enough marshmallow with the normal amount of marshmallow and the lesser amount of cereal that it's going to take to do this. Also, because the cereals all have a similar nutrition profile, they're all the same size, you can really go in with any flavor here of Magic Spoon cereal you like. They're not a sponsor or anything, I just really like them. You've probably seen the rainbow of boxes in the background in a number of my videos. Because we are making a cinnamon flavored bar crispy treat here today, I'm going to use the honey nut flavor of Magic Spoon, and I'm also going to use a ½ a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a ½ a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, which really is just a mixed dry spice blend of cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, and ginger, I believe. Okay, so we've got our marshmallows here in a microwave-safe bowl. This is the largest Pyrex bowl I have that will fit in my microwave and will still turn. And we've got a buttered 9x13 baking dish, and I've also buttered the rubber spatula that we're going to be using to mix everything. Now, what we want to do is add our 6 tablespoons of butter to the marshmallows, and we're going to microwave this for about a minute until it melts. And we can hit it with additional 15-second increments if we need to get it down to where it's melty enough that we can stir it all together. One thing, just be careful of it foaming up and the process of it heating up and boiling in the microwave. Okay, so these took about a total of 2 minutes, I think, altogether with all the time added up. I'm going to beat some of the air out of this off the bat and get the butter mixed in. Have to kind of fold it, otherwise that butter is going to want to stay at the bottom. Also going to add our cinnamon and vanilla extract. You might notice this is a little bit pink. The marshmallows, you probably saw at the beginning, have a little bit of pink coloring in them. They're just sort of a 50-50 pink-white. Not entirely sure why. Doesn't really seem to have anything to do with flavor. It's just coloring. But I figure since these are cinnamon, that might help lend to it anyway. So working kind of quickly, I want to get the, see, I still see a little bit of butter kind of pooling up at the bottom. I want to get that mixed in, and then we will dump in our cereal. Okay, I think we're good. And goes the whole bag of Magic Spoon. And things are about to get pretty sticky. Just be careful as you mix. You want to get everything thoroughly coated, but you know, it's gonna want to stick and climb all over the place, so just do the best you can. Now, one thing I'm told about these sugar-free marshmallows is that the sugars, or the non-digestible sugars at least that are in them, do set up quite a bit quicker than regular sugar. So I want to work kind of quickly here. I'm going to turn this whole thing out into a baking dish. And we're going to do our best to kind of get this spread out to the edges of the pan. Decided to take a piece of parchment paper here. Still I'm going to stick to that. At least this way I can really get it pressed into the edges. Probably should have sprayed the parchment paper with non-stick spray before I did this, but okay. We're going to let these cool completely until they set up. May end up even throwing them in the refrigerator for a little while, and we'll come back and cut into them when they're ready. Okay, I've given these a couple hours to cool, and I think they're still going to be quite sticky, but that's okay. I think the best approach for cutting them is going to be to use the bench scraper chopper, which I've greased with nonstick cooking spray. Also, the better approach to smoothing this out was, as I put this in the fridge, I put some nonstick cooking spray on a piece of plastic wrap and pressed that down into it. Let it cool for a while. Plastic wrap was easy to come off. Sticking the parchment on that way without anything was not the best idea. Let's see what we can do to get this cut into some bars, maybe. Looks messier than it is. Great crunch, just like a Rice Krispie treat. You know, I think this probably could have even gotten away with less marshmallow. It's been so long since I've had a Rice Krispie treat. All right, guys, that's it for another one. We'll see you in the next video.